What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Welcome to tonight's show. Everybody want to say what up?
Hola.
Hey guys.
All right. So we have a great show lined up for you guys tonight. As always, this is our Monday night GFT radio show on the GFT radio network. You know, we're here 3, 4, sometimes 5 days out the week. So we always have great topics, always have great hosts. And tonight is no different. So tonight we're going to be bringing you a topic that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. It is when the family secrets get exposed. So this is not the other family secret that we talk about a lot here. This is just we're going to talk about all the other secrets that get exposed that probably shouldn't be getting exposed sometimes, or they get exposed at the wrong time, right? So we're talking about everything from the other families, the other kids, the cheating, the some such and such lost their job. We talking about all those situations. So
I'm not that song. So ain't your real dad at the family function because somebody mad? It's just not cool.
Somebody mad, exactly.
This
So
ain't Moesha. Can be doing that.
We're gonna talk about that. We're Dame. We're not gonna say any names, Dame. We're not gonna be specific, but we're gonna talk about situations that we know about, such situations that we've heard about. And feel free to comment in the in the chat, the live chat on YouTube, I think it's called live chat in Twitch, or on the comments in Facebook, and we will see your comments. We'll put them on the screen just like we did Tia. Hey Tia, and be able to let you participate as well. So like I said, people can relate. I think what brought this up was there was a situation where or at least what this reminds me about is there was a situation where a young lady had put a video out of her finding her son's little jack off kit. So I remember there was like a little pocket vibrator thing, little pocket pussy thing that he had. And she never revealed how old he was, but he sounded young. He sounded really young. And she put this whole viral video out. Of course, everybody had their comments. Some people laughed. Some people thought it was, terrible what she did. Some people were in between. And, it definitely brought up the question of, when is it appropriate to discuss certain things about family secrets? When is it not appropriate to ever bring up family secrets? And how do you go about talking to a loved one about something that may be sensitive without embarrassing them? You know what I'm saying? Like Sonny was just saying, revealing something in the middle of a family function just because you're mad. So let's start off with that one. I definitely been wanting to talk about that topic here on the show. What did you guys think of that? I'm pretty sure y'all seen the video. And you didn't see the video? Oh yeah, it was all bad. Because she just basically put her son on blast. This was all about her son. She was in his room cleaning up, and this was a black mother. That's why I was shocked by it, was that she was cleaning his room. I'm like, most mothers be like, you better get in this room and clean this up or I'll beat your behind. But also the fact that she was talking about this situation, just to anybody who would listen on her, I think it was Facebook Live, and then it got, of course, downloaded and distributed everywhere. So what did you guys think of that type of basically putting your own kid on blast about something that's super embarrassing?
Yeah, it takes me back to, I don't remember this. I didn't watch the video for this situation, but I'm pretty sure we all saw the video where the girl mom exposed her daughter for being fast.
Yeah.
And then the one that exposed her daughter for the dirty room. It's similar to that. It's minute. It's a form of punishment, but at the same time, it's just in the social media,
isn't it? It's like,
and especially in the social media era, I think that we forget, like, it's a form of a punishment or embarrassment, but it's different when you do it, because like I can embarrass my kid in my house and not have it on video and prove my point, versus going onto social media, and it's a whole different situation. And I think that it's just. I mean, I guess some people do it, but I can't see my, like, I always threaten my daughter that when she was younger that I would do something like that to her, and I like really thinking about it, I would never do that to her because that's it just shows what type of parents you are. That's on the level type of parent. Like I had petty moments with my daughter, and I write about the petty moments that I had, but they're funny.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not a way of fool. Like it's embarrassing because it's funny, but it's not harmful. That's going to have a bunch of people come and attack her on the other end.
Right.
So, and that's the thing because cyberbullying is real.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, to be cyberbullied by your own mother.
Yeah. And then to add that to, you don't know once it's on it's like we said, once it's out there, it's that thing of everybody gets it. Everybody has an opinion. And then it becomes like people think that because it's out there, they have an opinion to tell you how they feel about stuff. And like, you just have to be mindful of that because, sometimes we do stuff and not have the forethought.
Right.
To realize that how damaging it could be.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is that, were you about to say something, Dame? Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say that experience. My mom, she didn't put me on. Well, this is before social media. Growing up, she would tell her friends certain things about my life.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her. I took it like, "Mom, can you not tell people?"
Yeah, because telling your mom friends and some family members, it's embarrassing in itself. We don't need extra.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that. No, I get that. I asked her, "Can you not tell my business to your friends?" She was like, "Oh, you know what? You're right. Because I'm getting to a certain age where, it ain't cute. Like I'm not my kid's age. I'm not 5 or 8. Like, oh, little Damien did this. I'm becoming a teenager and becoming my own person. Whereas, like, okay, this stuff can't keep going on.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into social media, the world is out there for the world to see now.
Exactly.
You know, not everything is meant for social media. Like
Exactly.
even good or bad.
And it's crazy because I remember seeing a friend of mine's post something about their husband that I thought was a bit much. Like, because you did it in a just way, but the fact that you did it, you were trying to make a statement at the same time, and it's just like that was TMI.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And but what does that say about you though? You're posting your child or whoever's faults on social media. That says a lot about you. Like I can't tell her anything or him anything because he's going to tell the world, literally.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they can't talk to you, and that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. You alienate a family member, especially somebody as important as your child or your spouse. You alienate them and cause them, like you say, not to trust you in certain ways, not to trust you with certain information, or to feel like you're always going to be judgmental, to their plight or to their situations. Is definitely not healthy, and is definitely not a functional way to operate as a loving family, right?
Yeah, and then you get with this. I've seen where family members going toe to toe on social media and business getting put out there, and it's like it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you see people, and I get it. Like, you can't really tell people with the post, but like, it's just like I have a standard for certain family members and friends. You should address like this. It's a level of some stuff shouldn't come out. I don't care how mad you are.
Right.
Like it just shouldn't be out there for everybody else because most of the people on your Facebook don't really care about you. They're just there. So if you're like me, if I see T, I'm just sitting there like,
right.
So imagine if it's your business out there, somebody else is just sitting there watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I mean, either you're gonna have people who are just there for the comments, there for the drama, or you're gonna have people who don't care at all, right? And they don't really want to see that stuff. They definitely, I mean, like me and Dame had a friend that used to put on Facebook everything, like literally everything that was, wrong in their situation that they were in, that was going bad in their life, that they struggled with, that maybe their kids were having issues, maybe their They, literally everything. And it was, the overshare was ridiculous, but also the drama was just too much. It was just draining. You know what I mean? From afar, it's draining from afar.
Because like
because
you
we'll give them
kind of know what's going on the inside in real life, and you seeing it play out like.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that everybody gave sound advice and they went against it. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like it's one thing to put that out there, but then when the like you said, the comments and the advice and the guidance comes in, and you're ignoring it anyway. Like, what did you put it out here for? Like, what do you want from us? You just want an audience or what? And it's sad, but it's also like I think, Dame, you just mentioned, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what behooves you to do this? What's the point?
Yeah. But I want to talk about, like, I know we've seen in many movies and shows where secrets come out and it be detrimental.
Yeah.
To somebody because they're like totally caught off guard, didn't know it. And those are those same secrets that's been embedded for years. And then finally at some point somebody done told something, and now the family's in turmoil and stuff like that. It's just like it's normally the so-and-so ain't your dad. Yeah, oh, I'm really your mom. This one not really your mom. They just raised you because I didn't feel like I could raise you. Type of situation. Like, what would y'all think if that happened to y'all? Like, you were at a family function just having a great time, and then all of a sudden somebody had told you some stuff that rocked your world.
Right. I've never had someone do something that was so devastating to me personally at either a family function or around a bunch of people. That was, besides, I take that back. What one thing that did happen was I had
Hey,
Britt. And I didn't realize that was Tan. I thought that was Tia that responded earlier. What's up, Tan? So it was a situation where it wasn't like a big family function, but it was like around a bunch of family, and there was this big discussion going on. People were talking about different stuff. So it's like, it wasn't like there was music playing. It wasn't like nobody, And all I remember is, and I want to say it was my mom to one of my aunts, or one of my aunts to my mom, but one of them said something about me that was like, for me, it was devastating. Because as a little kid, I'm like, why are you putting my business out here? Like, you know what I mean? And on top of the fact that, when you are around your cousins and your siblings and people like that, they're gonna drag and ridicule you forever on different stuff. And I just remember I was just heated, you know what I mean? And I just felt like I needed to, I wanted to cry, but then also you know how you be like, you want to punch somebody, but it's your parent or it's your aunt or something, and at that point, you like I was saying earlier, you feel betrayed, you feel horrible, you feel like, they're against you, they're not here for you, that kind of thing. So it took me a while to get over it, but after I got old, I just, kind of let it go and I forgot about it. It became okay. Here for you, that kind of thing. So, hey, where'd that go?
Who is that?
Got bread on.
Oh, shit. Wait, sorry.
No
I have to peanut stop. Hi.
She must have had it in the background.
I did. I had it in the background. I'm sorry. How are you guys?
Hey, Brett.
Appreciate you.
That looked crazy. But I wanted to get on here because I've had a situation like this happen to me. Mm-hmm. So, Will, are you? I don't want to interrupt you. I know you were talking.
Oh, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. I was pretty much done.
Okay, so, and then I'm not staying on because I look crazy.
No, you look fine. You look fine.
So when I was 11, that's when I found out I had a sister. And I found out I was at a family reunion. And my sister, she was really good friends with one of my cousins. So my cousin had brought her to the family reunion because my cousin knew that she was my sister. All these people knew except for me. So she comes into this family reunion and she's like, "Hey, are you Fred's daughter?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I am too." And I just remember, I think because I was young and I had always wanted a sister, y'all, I was so excited. Like, it wasn't even
It didn't even phase you at first, right?
Yeah, it wasn't sinking in like your parents have been together since high school, so that means the dad had
stepped out, yeah,
a baby on your mom. To me, it was just like, oh my God, I have a big sister. So then like my mom's like crying. She like ran out of the family reunion crying. It was like a whole big shit show. But like the whole time I was fine. I was like, wow, I have a sister. Like, I'm so excited. And so yeah, that's how I found out I had a older sister. She's 5 years older than me. But it just really sucks because so we had that encounter and then we hung out like a few more times after that. But then, you know, we kind of just
went to separate ways.
I can't even say drifted apart because we never had like a close relationship. I just found out about her. And it wasn't until recently when my father passed in 2018 that me and her have gotten like closer. I think because we went through that whole like ordeal together while he was in the hospital or whatever. So now we're just now getting this sister relationship. But, you know, I just wish that that secret wasn't kept from me as a child. Yeah. I wish my parents would have told me. I wish I could have grew up with my sister. And like even simple things, like she went to Miami for her birthday and invited me. I was moving at the time, but I was so sad I couldn't go to Miami with her because it's like me and my sister never took a trip together. Like we haven't done any of these things that I think siblings should do.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I was older, that situation would have been very embarrassing and hurtful. Yeah. But again, I was 11 and I was just sister, you know.
Right. Like you said, it didn't hit you. It didn't sink in for you. Like, what did this really mean?
Right.
So. Yeah. And I think that's like, and like the thought of thinking that, oh, well, my dad stepped out, it wasn't in your mind at that point. Like not until you got probably older, you was like, oh, well then wait a minute.
Right.
I was rolling stone. Wait a minute.
And I'm like, oh, hold up, wait. Y'all were together since high school, but she's only 5 years older than me. You know, like then I'm doing the math, and then I'm mad, right? And I think that's the thing too. Like I've spent so many years being angry about this situation, and it's mostly because my parents didn't tell me. Like,
you felt like betrayed, and if they had told you probably could have handled it a lot better.
It's like you guys knew how bad I wanted a sibling. That could have been a perfect opportunity to be like, well, actually,
you already got one. Here is so-and-so.
Like, well, actually, but like I get it. Like my dad was very much like he didn't want to tell anybody, but then that's what was hurtful to my mom. Family members knew because again, like she was friends with my cousin, like Pittsburgh small. So that was really hurtful to my mom because she thought she was doing my dad a favor by not telling anybody, but then like everybody already knew.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to share my story. Thank you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, I think and that's the thing. It's like you have to wonder, like, what did that person that brought her to the family reunion think to gain from that?
What was the motive? Yeah.
It was definitely them trying to be messy. Because my sister Jessica, she even told me like maybe a few months ago. And I was telling her how, like, you know, I was so happy at the family reunion. She was like, yeah, that was really messy of me to do. So they were like teenage girls, you know. So they were probably like, oh, we going to crash this reunion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Only in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I found out something. I don't know if it was devastating to me, but it kind of like was like, wow, for me. I forget who exactly I heard it from. And then I think I asked my mom about it. So in my mom's side of the family, we have one yellow. They have, like, my mom's family is dark skin. So like even my grandmother's dark skin. You have one light bright or maybe two light brights out of the bunch, and the kids you have. So on my dad's side, not that many light brights going on over there. So it was a running joke that I was the mailman's child for a very long time because I was opposite of what my sisters and my brothers were. Like we knew, like most of us got the same dad except for one, right? And so I found out that the day my mom got out of the hospital, she took me to my grandmother's house to meet my grandma, and my grandma threw cold water on us. It's like, that's not my baby. It's not my grandbaby. Mm. And I was like, wait, what? Like, right. Like I had never, like, I think I met her one time in my life before she passed, that I was old enough to know that that was my dad's mom. But that was when I was a brand baby, like spanking new straight out the hospital. And that's what she decided to do. So that was crazy. Mm-hmm. And then I had to laugh because it was like, I think somebody was trying to say that I wasn't his, but out of all the birth certificates he signed to my mom's kids, me and my brother got his last name and where he signed ours. So I was like, well, he didn't think I was his, then why did he sign birth certificate? And then I looked a mixture of him and my mom. So I'm like, well, I wasn't even going to worry about it, whatever. But like just to hear that my grandma said that yellow baby ain't my grandbaby and threw some water on me, it's like, I don't know how I would have felt about you like growing up. I mean, she passed at some point, and I don't even know when she passed. Mm-hmm. I know she did pass, and it's weird to me because that's my grandma, but I didn't get that grandma bond with her. So like for me, it always felt like, well, maybe if I got to know her, she would have thought differently.
Yeah, more than like,
or like yeah, because everybody most of the people on my dad's side say I'm just like my dad. So, and me and him, my brother, are so much like it's ridiculous. Me and my dad so much like we can't be around each other for a long period of time because it's like, yo, dude, nah. But that was just something that I found out. And within my family, they didn't really walk my world, but it just was like, well, damn, grandma, like I wish I got to know you, or you got to know me before you passed. So, because like when you passed, I didn't really feel a way because I had probably met you twice in my life that I actually remember. Well, once. And then when I was a baby, I got introduced to you, and that went left. So,
Right. Yeah. I mean, the other situation I've seen. Oh, actually, Dame, did you have one? Did you have one to offer?
None that I can tell on air.
Hey, Dame always scared because he'd be too specific. No,
you at the beginning of the show, you said no names. I can't.
That's what I'm saying. You could be vague. Be vague.
He don't know how to get vague. He's gonna slip up and say somebody's name.
No, because they're that close where I can't give specifics without giving.
Yeah.
Oh, they okay. I got you. All right. We're not gonna force you. But no, I did have another scenario where, or situation where, there was like there's this other family type of secret was exposed at a funeral. Like people already sad. People already like, up in their feelings and their emotions, and grief causes you to lash out in different ways, And I just remember there being, and this was actually recent, like about 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And I just remember that the person who revealed the secret, one was probably just very upset, but they were like, it was like one of those situations where it was like, this is my family member, this is my person. I don't want to be too specific either, but they're like, this is my actually, I guess I can say this. They were like, this is my dad, this is not your father, this is not your, that kind of thing. And at first, people was just thinking he was being just in general talking to everybody. He started pointing people out. Like,
oh no, well, so he just didn't care.
Yeah, he just didn't care, and it was like, and it's like that's not the way to tell your siblings that mama been doing whatever, or that dad been doing, whatever the case may have been. It's like that's just not the time. You know what I mean? And so there's questions, and there's GFT or football. GFT is always the choice. GFT is always the choice.
We're the best choice.
She chose GFT over football. So
nobody cares about the Saints. Look, nobody cares about the Saints. Nobody cares about Seahawks. So go ahead.
Oh my gosh, Peanut.
Even Peanut chose
yes.
over football. So we're always the first choice.
Oh
but yeah, appreciations, Jim Animal. Appreciations, Jamie. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think, I mean, I don't know what y'all thoughts are on that. It's like there's just a better time to talk about who belongs to who and who doesn't.
I feel like this, and this is how I feel, and I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me. If you really did it out of love and stuff, you would have did it a different way. Like, don't wait 20 years to tell me something that I should have known at some point in my life. Mm-hmm. Anything outside of that is problematic, and it's going to seem messy. If you do it in a public setting, you want the audience and you want my reaction to be, or you want to make me feel less than or feel some type of way to do it that way. If you really care about me and want me to know and feel like I need to know the truth, that's something you pull me to the side and have a conversation with me about, or pull the people aside and have a conversation about, because it's just not. It's never a good idea to do that in front of. I don't care how mad you are. Like, right. It's like, I mean, every family has secrets about certain things, and I just feel like you should, those types of secrets, whether who's the pappy, who this, that, and the third, like, you shouldn't do it that way. And a funeral is not a good time. A family function is not a good time. Like, those are times of mourning and people having fun, and you're just gonna come over there and spill egg in everybody's face and be like, all right, I'm out. Like, I've done my job. I don't know the shit you're going through, but like, that's not you shouldn't be doing that to people. And if you actually cared and loved the person that you were either felt like needed to know, that's a conversation you have with them outside of that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what? I do know somebody who stepped out on a wife and stepped out on a girlfriend, their mistress, ended up having a kid with somebody, that mistress. Mm.
Damn.
The mistress came over to somebody else's house, I'm gonna say, I can't think, this guy was like 14, 15 at the time. And the mistress was like, hey, tell such and such that if he don't come up and talk to me about arrangements, I'm gonna take him to family child, whatever, family of the court.
And that's messy too.
Yeah, that's real.
How you gonna go to a child and tell a child that?
You telling a 14-year-old, okay? Oh, and this is your niece at the same time. I'm like, who does that?
Right.
Yeah, it's just stuff, and even that, like, and even with that type of situation, as a mistress, you probably know that person is married. It's 9 times out of 10, you know that person is attached to somebody else. Mm-hmm. Whether you feel that person should know, you chose to step with that person knowing damn well that they had other obligations elsewhere. So, of course, he's not going to say, hey, wife, I have a baby on the way by this girl. Nobody's going to volunteer that until they're called.
Right, exactly.
So, understandably, yes, he's supposed to help you take care of this baby. But like, why do you feel the need to have to tell this female that's minding her business, either didn't know or probably might have suspected, and now you just like, it's attacked in how you do things.
Yeah, I mean, or and I think that becomes the problem. It's like when you're in these situations and people are trying to hurt you indirectly or directly, and so going to your kid, or going to that person's kid, or going to that person's parent, or like that, and trying to expose them to hurt them that way, that's just petty. It's just real petty. It's real, it's very inappropriate. Especially,
and this is why we say to if you're going to cheat, you're better off telling that person that you cheated. You better off hearing it from them than somebody else, because somebody else not going to. Either way, it sucks.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you're going to allow somebody to walk up to your person you love and hurt their feelings and watch them go through whatever emotion they about to go through because of the fuck shit you did.
Yeah, he said his punk ass sister-in-law do shit like that with his brother all the time, and then be thinking the family's going to take her back. And that's the thing too. It's like people do these things out of either emotion, like with Britt's situation. Her cousin or whatever that family member was that brought the sister, they probably were like in their emotions or in their, just trying to be petty at that moment. And I'm sure they probably wanted to be forgiven behind that. And people do things without ever feeling like there's repercussions, which is crazy to me. That'd be the crazy part to me. It's like,
oh, I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt you. You did. This is how did you
specifically did that?
First of all, ma'am, sir, the way you did it, you knew that was, first of all, it's embarrassing. Would you want somebody, like, don't do to somebody what you want done to you. Understanding that some people need to hear the truth, but that's not how you do it. Like, it's never a time that you feel like you need to threaten somebody that somebody tell something and you're going to tell it. Like, certain situations, child molestation and shit like that and all that stuff, absolutely. So-and-so sleeping with somebody else ain't none of your business. That's their business.
You know what?
And 9 times 10 it's married folk business. So let married folk figure out what the fuck they gonna be doing and what they're not gonna be doing.
To play devil's advocate, do you think that sometimes they don't think it all the way through? Like they just thinking the whole shock factor. They don't think about other people's lives. They're just thinking about, watch, I'm about to get everybody all geeked up and all riled up. They don't think about the repercussions of their actions.
Or they be miserable and they want everybody, it feel like everybody feel like they're better than them, so they gotta take them down a notch.
That too.
So
Yep, exactly.
You think so-and-so, you think you know who so-and-so is? I'm gonna tell you what. Listen.
Yeah, like Brett said, she said, that's her thing. Don't be out here embarrassing me. That's the thing. It's like, why do something to embarrass me or to get me exposed or to expose my people that I love and care for, and then don't expect there to be repercussions behind it.
No, it was like that in a movie, Jumping the Broom.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping the Broom, when she didn't know who her parents were. Like all the time, she thought that the people that raised her
was a bitter mom feeling some type of way about her son. Found out some family business that wasn't hers to tell, and that was messy as fuck. And you can't. And when you apologize, it's insincere because you did it because she felt like they thought they were better than them. So this is why you did it. That's why I said intention is everything. And if you really wanted me, or in that, even though it's a movie, in that situation, if you cared about her or cared about your son enough to not hurt her, you would have had a conversation with her and said you need to talk to your parents or mind your business, because that's not your business to tell. That's for them to tell that. Right. But it's the intent. I'm not. If you really, like I said, if you really feel like somebody needs to know the truth, your intent and how you move is different. A lot of people do shit either because they drunk and they feel like they in their feelings, or they just feel like being spiteful and messy. So and that's not helping anybody.
So I guess that goes to the question, what would it take or how long would it take for you to forgive someone who's exposed you or embarrassed you or embarrassed your family?
It depends, because I feel like at the end of the day, that person needs to know the truth, right? So you gave them the truth. So it depends on the hurt for that person. It for me, it would depend. Like so when somebody told me that little situation, I felt the way, but I didn't, like, it wasn't a detriment to me because I didn't have, it would be different if I had a relationship with my grandmother at the time, and then to find out she did some shit like that, I would be hurt. But
I think in that situation too, like that's another great situation it's another prime example of this is not benefiting anybody.
So you told me that for what?
Exactly. Telling you that your grandmother didn't want you in the family because she felt some kind of way about the situation does not behoove anyone. It doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't give anybody any insight or any input into who this woman was. I'm sure
it made me feel a way about her.
Exactly. That's all it would end up doing, right? That's all it would end up doing. It doesn't give you, like you said, an opportunity to learn anything new about her or about your relationship with her, right? So I think it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. We're getting a full house in here tonight.
Well, I think it depends. Like I said,
we might have a special guest on this.
Right, Tan, just useless information. But I feel like it depends on the type of hurt and what the level of hurt you are and how you forgive. Some people can't forgive that. Like depending on what you just exposed, it's unforgivable.
Right.
Because if I wasn't ready to share my truth and you shared it for me, that's problematic. Like, or that's like almost saying to somebody that's never came out and they were scared to, and they come to a family function and you on bullshit and you just want to tell everybody.
Right.
And now I got to live through that with everybody. And depending on the type of family you got, they may be on some unacceptable shit.
Right.
So you getting it from all angles at one time, and it's so much that you just like, damn, you ain't let me be comfortable enough to even share it, and you just shared that. So for me, that would be a level of, well, I remember that takes me back to a memory. Somebody told my mother that I was bi before I even said anything to her. Like
really?
she was just happened to be at a freaking gas station, mini mart, going to get whatever she was getting, and somebody said, how come you ain't telling me so and so about such and such? Excuse me, what? And then I come home, like I come to her house just sitting there shooting the shit, and she like, oh, what? She's like, are you bisexual? I'm like, what? Wait, what? What, Mikey? What you say? And somebody told her that, and it was like, who are you to tell my mother that?
Exactly. Once again,
like you barely, and then I find out who it was. You barely know me, so like, who are you to tell my mother that? And at that point, that person I never spoke to before, because spoke to again. Like it wasn't like we was that fly, but to the point that we had a cordial conversation. At that point, you get nothing from me. You got blocked from social media and everything. It's nothing. Like, who are you to tell my mom that?
Exactly.
And why does she have to explain to you why? Oh, well, you didn't tell me. Who the fuck are you that she had to tell you? What bills you paying for her or me? None. All right.
Right. What's good, Smooth? Appreciate you.
What's going on, good people?
Hey, Smooth.
We talking about family secrets and being embarrassed or exposed. I'm not sure if you were following that last little part, but we were basically asking the question: how long would it take you to forgive someone who's either embarrassed you or exposed you for something, or exposed or embarrassed a family member of yours that you love, and for whatever reason that they did it, but how long would it take for you to do that?
No, screw that. We better talk fans' perspective again, dog. This is all four of us, fans' perspective.
What?
It depends on what was the embarrassment. See, it's two different. I feel like it's two different questions. Yeah. Expose means that you let something go that wasn't supposed to be let go out your mouth.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was some information that you disposed to the rest of the family or friends that you weren't supposed to. You feel me? That's exposed. That right there is damn near unforgivable or something. I'm me, I done said on this show plenty of times. I'm never the one who believes in that, oh, you have to forgive somebody to move on. I believe that's pure nonsense. Right. You feel me? Like for me, that's pure nonsense. It don't make no sense to me. I could not ever forgive you and still move on quite comfortably and happily with my life. You feel me? Yeah. You feel me?
Hold on, I heard it and I'm like, I already knew where he was going with it.
You feel me? And then, but as far as the embarrassment, it depends on what level, what we're talking about. Now, the exposure can be embarrassing.
Yeah.
You feel me? But like I said, I still hold that separately.
Yeah, like earlier we were talking about the little boy. Well, we didn't see the little boy, but the mom exposed his jack off kit on a live viral video.
Yeah, see what her son always gonna look at her different. I don't care what she think he say. He could tell her he love her from here to the moon. But trust me when I tell you, he'll never look at his mother the same. He'll never fuck with her like that.
Or him, again. Because the mother, there are people who know him, know his mother, know that was his.
Yeah, but like he did, you know what I mean? You don't do that to your child. Like I never agreed with whooping your child on live.
Oh, right.
You feel me? We done seen that plenty of times over the years, you know what I mean? Parents showing how they whoop their kids' ass, and I mean that's corny to me, you know what I mean? And it's scoring your child. You feel me? But like you said, I mean, like I was saying, it also depends on who does it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, if you think somebody in your family ain't talking about you right now, you's a fool. You feel me?
True.
That goes for everybody. If you think somebody in your family right now ain't disparaging your name,
listen,
use a fool or a friend or somebody. You know what I mean?
Listen, like, don't do it.
You know, it just happens that way. But it depends on who they talking to and who is it coming from. Because sometimes it could be, you know, somebody in the family. You know, we always got the runts of the family. Nobody go fuck about what they say, but they be the ones trying to, you know what I mean, expose everybody else because don't nobody give a damn about what they say. You feel me? So they always the ones causing issues and stuff like that.
Right.
But I mean, just to keep it simple, like, you know, I ain't with the exposing, I ain't with the embarrassing, I ain't with that shit. So for me, it's I mean, I ain't gonna fuck with you no more.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's no different from stealing from you.
Bro.
You feel me? It's no different from stealing from you.
Man, so I mean, yeah, I mean that right there, that just hit home because I just had somebody do that to me, and I got them partially blocked right now, where they can message me on like social media, but they can't see most of my stuff. They can't call me, that kind of thing. And yeah, because I'm like I just have a hard time with that because I'm the kind of person, I'm very generous. You know, I'm not the type you can call and be like, oh, can I get $20? Like, can I borrow $20 tomorrow? Unless you my kid or my godchild, you know, that's not happening. But if you do need something, I am the type of person that I'll be like, oh, you know what, I'll take care of that. Or you know, or I'll be like, or you know, people call me all the time for computer help, all that kind of stuff. So I'm a very giving person, you know. But to steal from me, that's like killing me. You might as well have slit my throat. You might as well did the same thing. It's the same thing. So you know,
I gotta disagree with just a little bit, Clint. That's worse than stealing. Stealing, you can get it back. You can get those items back. Man. You cannot get your embarrassment and dignity and pride in that moment back.
It depends on what they stole.
Yeah.
It also depends on what they stole. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, you feel me? A motherfucker steal from you, a motherfucker kill you. Mm-hmm. It sets you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, for me personally, I guess everybody had their own personal list of how
the threshold of where they at,
where they gauge it.
I'll give Will back his knife then. Dang it.
Like for me, man, listen, you steal from me, I will never, ever look at you the same. Ever again.
And it's crazy because, like, even when you said about the friends thing, like for me, it's that broken trust. For me, you can't get that back. I'll never trust you with anything because for me to not, it's one thing to be your friend, it's another thing to tell you a lot of my business.
Right, exactly.
So if I share intimate stuff with you and then you go tell somebody else that's not authorized to have that information, we have a major problem. And
right.
Like you can. Like you said, it's just like stealing from me. So for me, I'm not fucking with you. And to Willie, like you can't see shit. Like you, like at that point, there's no conversation. You're blocked from all my social, not even blocked because I don't even block people no more. You just unfriended. You can see me and be all up and try to do whatever business you think I'm about to share with you. But like I'm gonna let you know that I'm ignoring you. So your messages will be read and not replied. Like that's the level of shit I'm on.
Exactly.
Before we get Dog in, before we let Dog jump in, what's up, bro? I just want to say one quick thing. Remember before on the show previous, I said what everybody should do is have some personal information. Like say you're going through something or something happened. Mm-hmm. You don't have to tell the whole story. But if you got on the fence about somebody, share something that you don't mind getting out, but you tell them you don't want getting out and watch how it come back to you. Mm-hmm. That happened to me plenty of times. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I done told somebody something. I'm like, I only told this person that.
Right.
So if somebody else came back to me with the story, I know
that just happened to me. And I just did a whole narrow down situation. I told like 6 people a story. And he got back to somebody. And this is how I did it. Like when I had broke the conversation with the people, I was like, well, did you talk to that person? They was like, no. And I said, I know you didn't. So like I know the level, we not fuck with this person no more. So if you're not fucking with him and I'm not fucking with him, so-and-so not fucking with him, who's still fucking with him? That know the story in intimate detail.
Right.
That's who said it. because, and on top of that, I brought in some other stuff that they didn't realize that I knew. And I said, I brought in the other stuff, and they was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, because that's how, like, I'll catch you, because, like, I pick and choose who to tell what to.
Oh yeah, I do that too. Like,
so
some people get part of the story.
Yeah,
some people get the other part.
Exactly. So when the shit get back, it's like, and on top of that, you also have to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And how they talk. So when somebody relates a story back, you know how people relate certain stories back about how, and you know that person, you like, bitch, I know it was them.
What up, dog? Long time no see, brother. How you been feeling, brother?
Man. I've been making. Oh, Sonny, I want to tell you, you look gorgeous. Your pictures were fantabulous.
Thank you.
What about mine? Did I look gorgeous?
Man, you always look good.
Like, y'all had to see Smooth shoes, man. Them shoes was sharp as hell. He looked sharp. He put together, but I was really digging them shoes.
Y'all graduated together?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to catch up, so I'm just listening in right now.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Appreciate you joining in, brother. Appreciate you joining in. We're talking about being exposed or being embarrassed by somebody in an inappropriate situation, like at a family reunion or a funeral, and or the situation where the woman exposed her kids sexual exploits on IG Live, and stuff like that, being whooping kids on live and that kind of stuff. And how long would it take you to forgive someone if they tried to embarrass you in front of family members and things like that?
Me, myself, I read him their rights right then. We'll stop all of that right there. We ain't having that no more. And if you got something you want to ask me, come straight to me. But as far as, you were saying, spanking your kids and stuff, and putting out there what you were saying, your sexual orientation, that ain't everybody's business.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't everybody's business.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another one. That's definitely another one too. Is you have these situations where people. I mean, like Sunny's situation. Sunny was just saying how she got someone tried to expose to her mom her sexual preferences, and she's like, I haven't even had this conversation with my mother. So it's like, what does it behoove somebody? How does it benefit them or the mother or anybody else to expose a person like that and try to put that out there?
Well, someone said the other day, they probably just talking because they got a set of lips and they want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
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 Basically, that's what it comes down
to. What about me? Nobody's talking about me.
What'd you say?
No, dog. Sorry. Go ahead.
I said, it ain't my business what Sunny like, Smooth like, you like, or D.
Exactly.
That ain't my business. It shouldn't be their place to tell.
Yeah, indeed, and I that's my thing for it. When it comes down to how would I forgive, I'm smooth and me. We both agree on that part. It's like I don't have to forgive you. The thing is, one, I will forget. I only forget because I got bad memory, But I don't have to forgive you. That's not a thing for me. Like that, I don't already forgot about you. That's
exactly
that's what you need to worry about. It's the fact that I already forgot about you, just for the fact of what you did. But that's my thing is I don't need to have closure with you. I don't need to talk to you about it. I don't need to get let's figure this out or what were you thinking? I could care less. You did it and that's it. And now if I feel some kind of way about it, I'm literally feeling like it was done is done and this is done. This situation is now done. I don't need to forgive you. But let's say if it was somebody I felt like it was worth forgiving, right? And it was a person that I like I said, the situation that happened with my mom and my aunt. It's like, yeah, after some time, of course, I love my aunt, I love my mom, whatever they were talking about, maybe they didn't realize that everybody was listening, maybe they didn't realize that streets was watching. But that's the thing, it's like, don't discuss my situation in front of everybody else. That's just not right. You know what I'm saying? And so and I love my mom. Then dog, I love my mama to death. I have to for all the stuff I do for that woman. But I'm sure that there was some period of time that I was so upset you know what I'm saying, that her and her sister decided to discuss these things in front of our family members, and that, you know, the ridicule and the pain I was about to go through with my cousins. So I just think that, you know, sometimes people just, for one, they don't think like this, like Dog just said, they just want to have, you know, attention. They just want to be the center of attention at that moment. Appreciate you, Brittany. That's all I needed. That's all I need. Need some validation up in here. You know, and they just need an audience, right? That's all they need is an audience.
Can we talk about, because this leads to the bigger point, and to me it's two in the same, and it's our community that I'm talking about strictly here.
Yeah.
First of all, we gossip too much in our community. In the Black community, like gossiping it runs rampant. Like that shit is crazy, and that's goes in line with the exposing people, because we always gossiping. You feel me? And it ain't just women. You feel me? I know some men gossip more than women.
You better say it.
You feel me? Like,
I was going to say men gossip more than women do.
Word up.
Listen,
word
I
up.
said niggas being more emotional than females, and they be acting like bitches more than we do.
And
not all of y'all, but some of y'all.
And then also we got to get in the habit of shutting shit down. You feel me? Like if you see a conversation going left and somebody, I was in a situation this weekend, you feel me, where it was somebody said something about somebody and everybody around was like, nah, I don't want no parts of that conversation. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how you shut that shit down. That's how you shut that shit. Like, nah, we not even about to have that conversation. That person out here that you about to talk about, you feel me, to fire back at you if you say something out of line. And I'm not in the, you know, and I don't want to be sitting here going back and forth talking about somebody who can't defend themselves.
Now, is that fair game for people who are past, like when secrets get out, like somebody exposed Luther Vandross' sexuality after he passed, trying to spill the tea? That speaks on that person's character. That speaks on that person's character.
But see, everybody, quote unquote, exposed his character, but there was never no proof. Mm-hmm. There was never no proof that Luther was gay, straight, or bisexual. They just assumed.
At the end of the day, it was none of our fucking business.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, that's
very simple. Like, I don't even care if it was true. It's none of your fucking business.
When I say the character, I'm talking about whoever spilled the tea.
Yeah.
That reveals the flaws in their character.
Exactly.
Because that man just
insecurities.
That man just passed. Why you got to talk about that man and bring that man down so people look at him sideways?
Didn't it happen with one of the guys that got taken down by the police? What's his name? Escapes me. They came out and say he was a porn star.
George Floyd. Yeah.
George Floyd. It's like you have to, and that's the thing. Some things are just off limits. Mm-hmm. Let people rest. And I just watched I did watch the special about Kennedy and all his stuff that he had going on with the women he was dating. And a lot of his stuff got squashed when he got assassinated. They did what, I mean, they exposed it now. But when he passed, they was like, he's off limits. He passed.
Yeah.
We're not even going to bring, because they were about to take him down.
The dog said his money too.
Yeah, they were about to. No, but they were literally about to take him down for the people he was sleeping with, and like he was giving away government secrets to these people he was sleeping with, and they were spies. So like he was about to go down, and then he got killed. So his legacy remained intact.
Same thing happened to MLK.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got exposed for a lot of things after his death.
Yeah, and the illest part, I remember I went to a HBCU. I didn't graduate at the time, but that's where I attended college, HBCU, Virginia State University. Mm-hmm. And it was a white teacher, a white professor. And that's what that professor was teaching in the class. Made it a point. A woman too. Made it a point to try to expose and
demean his character.
So we look at him funny. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, like, why would you do that now after that man has passed? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Coretta wasn't out here going crazy complaining. You feel me? Right. So why are you so offended?
People try and assassinate other people's characters because they're afraid of their character.
Facts.
And I don't mean like physically, but they're mentally afraid of what they can do and what they can be and how much influence they have over people. So they try and attack their character, especially when they're gone, to build themselves up.
You know why? Because it's hard to fight an idea. It's easier to fight a person, but in the thought or idea of a person being that good or great, you can't fight that off. So you have to do something to tear it down just a little bit.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
But even with that, I've like going back to what Clint said about certain conversations and people having certain conversations. I've had multiple friends and or family members in situations where somebody was being discussed, and it was in a tear down situation, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I know for me, like if I'm friends with you, Willie, and you and Clint not speaking, and Clint want to speak ill of you, we can't have that. I'm not sitting there for that conversation the same way I wouldn't allow you to do the same to him. Yeah. And then with all that stuff, it's rumors. It's a rumor mill. Like now you adding fuel to the fire, and then it goes to 3 times over, and then it's always, and you look bad because you sat there during the conversation about me, and you're supposed to be my friend, or probably I rock with heavy, or a family member on that, you're gonna let that go down, and you're gonna sit there and let that. So like, why would they not talk about me? You basically said it was okay.
Right. Exactly. It's like what Clint said
and y'all
earlier.
brought the tea back to other people. And yeah, and then you think, oh, I'm gonna tell you, no, you bringing it back to me, not just to me, you bringing it back to me to mixed company. So now other people know what happened in this conversation. So now more people know, and more people go run back and say the shit. And it's like, come on, y'all, like, it's just certain things that I think like people just do, and it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just like, I try to steer clear of things. Like I can respect if you don't fuck with somebody and how you don't mess with them and whatever like that, and I'm okay with that. But you're not going to be just sitting there.
That's like, the thing. People are raised differently and different. Funny because if you got beef with somebody, I'm not going to tell like, hey, you shouldn't hang with this person because of this and this and that. I'm not going to hang with them. I'm not going to tell you not to hang with them because your relationship is not my relationship with them.
Yeah, and that happens a lot in families, and it's not even. I'm not even just going with friendships. That happen in family. Like you just be really like this family member really don't like me, and now they like.
Say again for the people in the back, Sonny.
It's just crazy because I don't know. To me, it's just weird. Like I feel like it's a certain level where you should be at with family.
Well, you got to ask yourself this question: why are you so comfortable talking to me about this? And then you have to think about, okay, if D and Will talking about me to y'all, what makes you think
they ain't talking
about y'all?
Exactly.
Hey, that's how it works. That's how it works. That's why I don't like
comfortable enough to. Why do you want to talk to me? Why do you want? I mean, you're not going to change my mind. First of all. If you and him got beef, that's between y'all. If he ain't never done nothing to me, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to shut it down because I still hang with my man. I still hang with you. Nah, we ain't doing that. You got a beef, you go to him and solve it like 2 men or 2 adults.
We grew up to the saying like, hey, that's your boy. I'm not going to speak ill of him. That's your boy. I ain't going to hang with him. Just let you know up front. No, I ain't got, no. Me and you cool, but me and him not cool. So I ain't gonna speak on it. That's it.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Here's another part of that too. You'll be surprised. Like, let's use y'all 3, Willie, Dame, and Dog. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Willie and Dog could have had an issue, right? But they probably worked it out or whatever. Dame wasn't involved, but silently he picked a side. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So once he picked the side, he never communicated that to nobody. So say he picked Dog's side. The whole time he looking at Willie sideways, but he never saying nothing. He's still being phony, being fake, being everything friendly. But then soon as he have an issue or conflict with Willie, what he gonna go do? He gonna run right to Dog.
Said this about you and this and that.
Right.
You feel me? And that's how I go. It's so many people like communicate. To Dane's point, a lot of dudes don't know how to be men no more. So many dudes out here passive aggressive. You feel me? That's why they act. That's why they got the feminine tendencies. I hate to say it. You feel me? They way passive aggressive. So now I mean, some shit you may let slide, but if me and Willie got an issue, you know, we both Scorpios. I hate to bring it to the
Zodiac,
you know
what it is.
At some point, me and Willie gonna say something to each other, like, bro, you feel me? Like, we gonna have to talk that out. Most dudes not built like that, bro. They just not. And,
you know,
that's a problem.
It's funny that you're saying that because I had a little encounter with a guy. I've been knowing for like 35 years, but I'm cool with his nephew as well. And he called me today, said, man, I've just been checking up on you. I said, well, you know what, me and your uncle had some words, and that's still your family. And what he told me, he was like, no, bro. He's like, right is right and wrong is wrong. We grown. He said, my uncle know better than do certain things to certain people. He said, man, you ain't got no beef, man. You should have never thought nothing like that. I said, well, you know, that's still your uncle. That's still blood. He was like, it don't matter. I said, that's why I left everybody alone, you know, because I don't want to get into it with a lot of people. I'm too old to be doing that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we sat there, we kicked it. Hell, we supposed to go out and have a drink this weekend.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Like you said, and like Smooth was just saying too, it's like when you know how to communicate with somebody or know how to be like, you know what, this is the situation, have that conversation like men or like women or however you're gonna do it, you know, and not have this whole situation where it's like just backstabbing and going behind each other back, you know, trying to you know snake a person with their friends and family.
Yeah,
you know, it works out better if you just approach it. You know,
that's why I said
let's be adults. I mean, that's basically what it's about. Let's be adults about this. You know, and work it out or not, one way or the other.
Yeah. No, for me, I had a situation come up in my old job. I worked with somebody that was supposed to be close to me. They did me wrong. My question was, did I die? Did anybody die? How severe was this act that he did against me? Yeah. I just left it alone. No, I didn't bring it up to him. I just left him alone. I just kept it moving. It's the question you asked in the GFT
about closure.
Join the conversation. Join the conversation about I said I just left him alone.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I can't get my items back that I wanted. But
right.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's how I felt too, because I was like, I had two friends within the last couple months cross extreme lines. Like it's just not even just for my extreme. It's just a respect level or lines that you don't cross with. It's just boundaries with normal people that they tiptoed and went on the other side about. And people kept saying, well, you have conversation with them, talk to them. Now I'm good. I think for me, sometimes, or for anybody, some stuff needs to be addressed, and some stuff you need to let it be what it's going to be and move the fuck on. And that's why I was like, I don't got to say something to you. You know you fucked up.
To piggyback on what Smooth said, it comes down to we done lost our way of how to be men. Because if I come to you, say me and you have a situation, Smooth, and I come to you and want to talk to you about it, that don't mean we got to have a face-off. Exactly. It's just us being men, putting our cards on the table and see where we go from there. Either we're going to leave each other alone or we're going to move forward and squash the situation. We don't have to face off. And it took me a long time to learn that because I was always the type of person, these always solved it. Don't start, Will. Don't start. But that's just, you know.
But that's also something. That's also something, dog, that we was taught. Because that's kind of like the same way here. Like Sonny know, it's like, all right, I know where we from. If we have an issue with somebody, as soon as we say, I'm gonna see him,
or bet,
or bet, we know what that means. You feel me? Exactly. And that's not always the right mindset. Because sometimes that when I sing, I'm a sing could just be like, listen, I'm gonna have a conversation with him, and that conversation could alleviate a lot of craziness that goes on in the hood. But I missed the early part of the show, right? So I got a question. Because now you know.
Oh, happy late birthday. Well, after birthday, Willie. You got to shout you out because Saturday was your birthday.
Yeah, that was my mom's birthday. Happy belated, bro.
Oh, I tell mom happy birthday.
Happy belated to mom too.
Happy belated.
So quick question. So when the family secrets get exposed, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm from the belief that nothing is 100%. Nothing is. So we could feel like everything shouldn't be exposed, but there is some instances, and we talked about this on previous shows.
Yeah.
To where we like what stays in the house, what happens in the house stays in the house. Mm-hmm. There's certain things that happens in the house
that don't need to stay.
That don't need to stay in the house. Molestation,
child abuse.
You feel me? Don't things like that should be exposed. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah.
They should be exposed. And one thing I know in the Black community, and because you hear the horror stories, you can talk to anybody, male or female. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Boy or girl. You know, the one thing they're always told is, you know, well, we don't believe you, or don't say nothing.
Yeah.
To nobody else. And they're told that from family.
Yeah.
Close family. Mm-hmm. You know, so that right there is something, you know, like I don't.
That's what I said that too. Remember I said about my situation, I was told with family it didn't happen. I had a seizure. I've been having a seizure all my life. That was not a seizure. But if you want to say that what happened to me was a seizure, you're dumb. But that was what family said to me. And then, like I said, it hurt me to know that it happened before with the same person. And it's like, it sucks. I have a family secret, and when I'm woman enough to face it, I will. Yeah. But it's like, it's just sad because when that's blood. You're saying something, this person violated me in this way. And like, not even just saying it, they could see it. Like right after. It wasn't like days later. This is like right after. Cops were called and everything. You're like, nah, she just had a seizure. Blah, blah, we gonna deal with her. Took me home. Made me shower like this shit never happened. And everything. And it's like, you're my family. You're supposed to protect me. And y'all telling me that this, like, nah. And then brought the motherfucker to the house and had me talk and wanted me to talk to him. Like, that's crazy. And that's why I said, if my children or child ever said something like that to me, there's no way I would not believe them, because I understand the detriment of going through that and either knowing that they could visibly see something happen to me and ignoring it and choosing to ignore it, or acting like it's a lie, or saying it's not true, or not believing it. Because that to me is more detrimental than anything, because you're supposed to. And that was one of the things in my childhood. I felt like even as an adult, I wasn't protected from not just that other shit in my life. And like to know that can happen. That like Clint said, I'm not gonna get emotional, but that's something that you have to speak about. Like, fuck everybody's feelings. Don't care about what everybody saying. Don't care what they got to go through. If you got to leave the family, go ahead and do that, because that's your mental peace. Mm-hmm. You have to be safe, and they already telling you that you're not safe,
and you protected somebody else.
Exactly, you're protecting a predator, and then to find out as an adult that this has happened multiple times with this same person. Y'all been protecting this person for years, so it could have not happened multiple times if you had stopped at the first time, but you allowed this person to infiltrate this family to their heart's content.
Right.
And probably still currently, I don't know, currently doing it today, could be, and y'all was so hell-bent on protecting this person.
Yeah. I want to make a good point of that Tia just made. Well, first I want to put this one back up because I never got a chance to read this off. Britt said earlier that a friend once told her, people don't automatically get gifted forgiveness. You can let it go and not be bothered by it anymore, but it doesn't mean you have to forgive them. I live by that truth. But yeah, Tia made a great point. She says that, she has a family secret, and that when she's woman enough to face it, she will. But she said, because her mom took it to the grave with her, but she said that she's going to start therapy for it. And that's the thing. It's like there are certain things that we go through in life, and there's certain situations that we either have kept secret, or people have kept secret from us, or things that we've heard through the grapevine of family and friends that will bother us to the point that it's too much to handle, and we do need to seek help for it, get assistance with working through it, because the thing is if you don't get the right kind of help or get the right kind of guidance to make it through that and push through that, you can be, being a detriment to not only yourself but to others that you love. It's causing a lash out, or to try to embarrass other people, or do things to your family members that you love and appreciate, but you end up not treating them that way because you're going through your demons.
Yeah,
I want to address Tia too, and I mean what we're not going to do, Tia. What we're not going to do, and what we're not going to allow, is you to talk down on yourself.
Exactly.
Like I don't appreciate the fact you're talking about you're not woman enough. You on here talking about it. You already just said you going to seek therapy for it. So that's more than woman enough. You feel me? That's human enough. That's that. You feel me? It's a lot of us, men, women, whoever, he, she, whatever you want to call yourself, not built to go seek help or to admit that they need help for something. Mm-hmm. So you're enough. I don't let my daughter talk down to herself, so I ain't let nobody else talk down on themselves neither.
Yeah.
Great point, Smooth. I appreciate you for breaking that up. And definitely we definitely need to do more of that as well, is uplift each other and to help each other through these kind of things and to point out, like you say, the positives.
Yeah.
So, so you know what? So it's after 11, and you know what that means. You know how we do around here. All right, it's the after show. If anybody has a topic out there, make sure y'all let us know. We will definitely discuss it. I do have one on deck. I was trying to get a friend of mine on the show. I actually do a little discussion. Well, I do these little mini discussions with her and a couple other friends every now and then. And then it actually kind of almost turned into like a little show called Group Therapy. And so we basically do this, basically have these same kind of discussions, mainly about relationships and life choices and things like that. So I was going to have her on here because she has a lot of great insight. She got pulled away, right? I mean, she was literally, I don't know if y'all saw her, the little box popped up on the screen. She got pulled away. So, but what she did ask recently on her IG was about, is it wrong to ask someone on a dating app to hook you up with a friend that appears in a photo on their profile?
Oh, wow. Interesting.
That's deep.
Now, I'm sure if you've ever been on a dating app or if you ever heard of dating, now you've probably seen them where they talk about how people will post pictures and it's like them and their buddy or them and their girlfriend, and then they might have a group photo. Sometimes they post it as their profile pic, and then you're confused, like which one is which?
Well, which one is it? That's why I don't do that. Like
exactly.
I'm on the dating app and I don't have, not that I'm ever I haven't been on it in months, but all my pictures are just me, and I've got a variety of pictures. But I have seen guys that post pictures with their friends, and their friends are like, "Hello." So I don't think a guy will be a hater, low key, because like you hit him up like, "Hey," he probably thought you was cute or whatever, and you like, "Yo, so what's up with your friend?" The same way as if a guy try to holler at you on the street, and he'd be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, because he's scared to talk to you, so he's saying, and you like, "Listen, but I want you. I don't even want him." Like, so I'm gonna tell you, like, don't set yourself up for dummy moves. Don't do that. So I would suggest that you men update your profile picture, get your friend up off of there, just you. So if she wants you, she's gonna address you, and y'all can swipe left, swipe right, with all that shit.
Right.
So basically,
but I think guys take bad profile pictures for those types of apps.
And look, so basically, you're saying they see you on there, they tell you, "Oh, you're cute," but your friend you're standing with, can I holler at her instead of you?
Exactly.
You can't get no lamer than that. and one more thing. I'm not laying down today, Sonny.
Shout out to Big
Yeah.
Not laying down, ain't smoking the cigarettes.
Look, normally he be smoking one. He be out there
smoking, he be chilling. He be like, "Look, I'm chilling. It's time for bed."
Laying down with the sexy voice on.
I ain't allowed to smoke in the house no more.
I mean, like it's kind of it's kind of weird to do that for her to do that, but at the end of the day, dude, like me, like listen, like all my niggas thorough. You feel me? Like I do my best to keep my circle small and not hang around no type of clown. So if Shorty hit me up and she want to holler at my boy, go holler at my boy. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, I'll probably slay one of your friends anyway if I try.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I love it.
You feel me? Like, you know,
we're just gonna double date.
Because all they're gonna do is ask you for your IG page and see your friends and be like, hey, what's going on with her?
Yeah, exactly. And then 9 times out of 10, you probably was thrown in the cipher anyway. You know what I mean? Not even it goes down like that. You feel? That's why I said the point you made about, you know, it's no different from when we outside, we just hanging, we see a lady walk by. Listen, it's every new dude out there going to throw in their bed. Me,
I mean, it should make a difference because you don't know her anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't know. It don't make a difference, right? You know, because it's not like that's your girlfriend or somebody you was hollering at. So yeah, it shouldn't matter anyway.
Be like the barber.
I don't think I've ever done that. Like, I mean, I've seen some guys that I've dated. And I'm like, oh, they friend look good. I had met him before. Like, if I had met him before I met him, gave him my number or something. But like, that's funny to me. Like, but like, I've had situations where we walk down the street and a guy be like, hey, you, and it's like 3 of us. Like, well, which one? Mm-hmm. Which one you want? Like, nobody's gonna figure it out.
What if he say all y'all?
And then that's a personal issue because I ain't got time for that. Like, you gonna pick me from the gate or you're not.
Right.
I ain't no second chance or whoever gonna bite the bait. You got to say, hey, you.
So they got to be specifically for you, huh?
Yeah, because I don't, and like I'm not one of the people that assume that hey you means they talking to me, so I ignore the fuck out of you and keep pushing. Like, hey you, hey shorty, like even saying short street, I could be the only one walking down the street, but who knows? You might not be talking to me, you might be talking to somebody else.
You ain't about that embarrass yourself like that.
Like I walk past people with headphones on, they got no music on, and motherfucker be like yo, and I be just keeping pushing.
I mean, and then it's the same thing, like you just mentioned, Sonny, is like social media platforms, right? People see us all the time on our social media with our friends. You know, like I just had this birthday gathering where it was like, 20 of us. And so, all these guys on these pictures, and I always get the questions like, who is he? And who is he? And I definitely ain't about to hate. I'll be like, oh, well, that's my boy, blah, blah, blah. And, and I think that, to Dog's point, it don't bother me because of the fact that they ain't trying to talk to me, and I don't have no relationship with them, so ain't no sweat off my back. Yeah. And even if I did, I probably already tried to hook them up. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just gotta be like the barber.
Friends on both sides of the street.
Yeah, but I think for a dating app, you shouldn't it should be you. The same way you shouldn't post your kids. It should just be you on the dating app. Like, that's just my preference. Like, if you got too many people in the picture and I don't know which one is you, I'm going to skip past you. Like, because I ain't got time to figure out who's you and what if the person I thought was cute in the picture wasn't you and I'm going to talk to somebody I don't want to talk to, whatever the case may be.
Now, to Tia's point, she says, I have a friend and I can't compete with her ass. I'm assuming she really means her ass.
Listen, sometimes you got to listen. You gotta know who they talk about when they walk by you. Like, listen, they talking about you. You're on the ass. They definitely ain't talking to me. They just saw your cheeks and they didn't give a fuck about me at all.
Right. I get that all the time when I'm hanging with my girl. I mean, I ain't trying to compete with her, but you know what I'm saying. But when I'm hanging out with my girl and she be out there, and any of her female friends that's with her, it's like they already know that there's no competition. More than likely, they coming straight for her, and. It's always crazy because like I always think about that, like when I see a bunch of females together, and I'm sure it happens with guys too. I'm sure it does, because I got a group of friends and we hang out, and we various sizes, shapes, colors, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure it happens with guys too. But usually when I notice it with girls, where it's like. There's that one friend that just stands out above the rest, and you be like, does she do that on purpose? Like, is she, maybe she can't find friends that look like her. And
you know what?
So I don't know.
Put it like this. I know at the prom. Listen, well, I'm saying prom. Our class reunion was prom theme. Listen, I tell the ladies, all the ladies, if y'all any of y'all watching right now, trust me, the fellas was on the side like, damn. You see that? That thing swinging. You see it?
Right.
There was a whole lot of ass swinging at the prom. I'm like, I wish I had one. I listen, y'all over here just. I'm like that.
It was a lot of like, damn.
I'm looking too.
You had to put your head down because you ain't know who was with who.
Right. There's a lot of things thinking up in there.
Yeah, they was thinking. They was thinking in there. Trust me, they was thinking in there.
Yeah, they was. Man, listen, they played big old button. All you see was I'm getting behind somebody.
Oh man.
Like nah.
I'm at a backyard party.
So even Sonny was like, "Oh, what we about to do up in here?"
Nah, I was chilling. I because everybody know me. I'm harmless, so I'm just like, if like I got somebody that shake their ass, and I was like, you better listen.
I was at a backyard party with an old friend, and he think he's real sexy. He got a belly that literally hangs from up under his shirt.
Let him be great. People like that belly. Let him be great.
Okay, he could be great, but me and my girl sitting there. And she looked at him, and he walks up to her, raises up his shirt, and said, "You want to rub my belly?" I said, "Nigga, is you out your motherfucking mind?" I said, "She with me, nigga."
Nah, I know if I see a group of sexy dudes and I want one, I'm walking up to him like and just touching his hand, like, "Hey, come on, let's go." We're gonna be like, "What?" I did that when I was in Maryland. For the all black thing, the all white thing, I went in that club. This dude kept walking by. I was like, "Listen, sir, you gonna stop walking by me?" And like the second time he went to walk by, he just looked right at me. I just grabbed his hand and said, "Come on, let's go. We're going to the bar. Let's figure this out." What you're not going to do is keep walking by me all night, acting like you don't know I'm looking at you and you over here. Like my people was checking you out. No, I was checking you out. Let's go.
But like Dog was just saying though, that's a violation.
Yeah.
Why is a violation?
Literally right there.
No, I'm talking about what
Dog was a violation.
Oh yeah.
She's sitting with me, and he come up and lift his shirt up.
Yeah.
And say, "You want to rub my belly?" I said, "Niggas, you done lost your motherfucking mind."
Right.
Okay. We here now.
He apologized at least 6 times.
We here now.
No.
Don't do that shit, nigga.
You can't apologize if you did the first.
I'm glad you brought that up. We here now.
Uh-oh.
Now y'all gonna disagree with me. I already know. Just recently, because I wanted to do this on the show. I wanted to have a whole show about this. Just recently, I know y'all heard about the white boy that killed the brother at the restaurant or something because the dude tried to holler at his girl.
Yes.
I heard about that one.
Yeah. So what happened was they was out eating. Black dude seen a white dude with the girl. I guess he approached the girl. He tried to compliment her, talk to her in front of the dude. Things escalated. White boy killed him. So now they're trying to hang the white boy for a hate crime and all this type stuff. Mm-hmm. I totally disagree.
I do too. That's disrespectful.
You play stupid games. You went to stupid prizes. I apologize to the family. If y'all ever get back to y'all feel it. I'm not trying to be offensive. But what I'm saying is, if that was a nigga from the hood that he seen over there with his girl, the same girl, he would not have approached him.
Exactly.
He would not. So what he
just
did
felt like it was a white boy and he wasn't worried about him.
And he ran into a white boy who was with the shits.
Immediately.
Y'all keep thinking these white boys are not with the shits, and y'all keep forgetting their history.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Y'all keep forgetting their history. Just because there's so many of them and it's a lot of nerds, but it's a lot of them with the shits too. Yeah. You feel me? And you're going to be confused about who you run into out there in these streets.
And that's the thing. I never got the backstory on what happened. And all I, like you said, all I got was that he talked to the girl and then he ended up dead. That's all I got. That's all I ever got. And that the guy was white and that he, was getting charged with a hate crime. So I just took it for face value, but I never got in a full
because you know why? It's the same way we talked about on a previous episode about, and I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna offend some people when they say Black Lives Matter, because all you heard was white boy killed a black dude over talking, right? So now we all, he killed a black man. They killing us. They killing us. No. I need you to fun fact the shit out of this shit. Like this, every situation is not a Black Lives Matter situation, or it's not white people just killing black folks. That man disrespected him.
True. You know, the same thing can be said about.
And because he was white, you thought you could get that off. And like Clint said, he was signed up for the shits and executed immediately. You didn't, and like you can't just do. You don't know who people are. You can't just do certain things because you feel like, and that's the problem with the black community now. They already feel like they scared of us because we scared them. Mm-hmm. So scare people. If that white boy was scared, scare people do scare shit. You ended up dead.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think he was. He may have not.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying he was scared. But I'm just saying.
But this is what I want the brothers out there to understand, though. Motherfuckers ain't always scared.
Exactly.
Just because they ain't out here doing stupid shit. And this goes for anybody in any race. Just because a motherfucker ain't out here doing stupid shit, trying to look tough, trying to keep up an image,
don't want to be disrespected.
Don't think they won't do something to you. I don't care what their race is. You feel me? That could have been a Chinaman. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That could have been a Japanese man. If he felt that disrespected and he was on that type of time, you feel me? Know what I mean? Because I know for a fact, homie wouldn't have did that with any other person. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't have did that.
Yeah, I mean, the guy did look like the kind of guy that people were trying to take advantage of. He looked like, and that might have been why he snapped. It might have been,
you know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was the whole situation.
He probably got tried 50 million times, and it was just like, the next person do it, they done.
Yeah, try like the 5 heartbeats, guy. Yeah, I got fight for my love every night.
And this is the thing, you know, I definitely don't condone killing somebody, especially not over anything as petty as, you know, you tried to talk to my girl. There's never, and I don't care how disrespectful you were about it. I should not have to bring myself to kill you. That's just not right.
Facts.
But like Smooth said, also though, you also can't sit here and go disrespecting everybody just because you think you can. It's not. It's going to land you in situations you don't want to be in. Be it beat the fuck up in the hospital or worse. And I just recently saw a video like that where a guy was in Walmart or some kind of grocery store, and he was arguing with a smaller guy, and he bristling up at the guy, telling him, "Well, you don't want this, you don't want this," and then the guy was pulled away, and then the bigger guy still wanted to talk junk. And then the little guy was like, no, he runs around and he's like, what's up? And so the big guy was like ready to fight him. Like, oh, I'm just going to squash you, little boy, you know, that kind of stuff. That little man
told his ass
his big ass up. I mean, he had him on the floor, dragged him. He was whopping him in the head. He threw him into the cash register, everything. That man had never, I don't think he saw any of it coming because he never got one lick in, not one. His big ass literally was all talk and no action. And it's like, but that's the thing. He was talking so tough because he saw somebody he thought he could punk.
I just saw that on somebody live. This white girl was outside, and some black girl was talking hella shit, like, I beat you up, white girl, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. Family out there like, yeah, fuck her up. That white girl turned around and told that girl up, got on the ground and stopped her. And it's like, she got asthma. No. She didn't have asthma talking shit 5 seconds ago.
She got problems breathing now.
Mind you, the white girl had her son with her.
Unicorns on the way. Like, no, now there's a problem.
Yeah. And on top of that, the girl was walking away from the whole thing. She had her son with her. He had to be like 8, 9, 10. And they just trying to walk, and you still blah, blah, blah. And they be like, get her, she hit that. Turn around and molly up the shit at you. And all of a sudden, now she got asthma, let her get up. No, there's no rules in fighting. Once you hit the ground, it's over for you. Whatever happens to you, we all know that. Once you on the ground, the nigga stomping you out.
Did y'all see the one with the old man on the bus?
Yes.
The white dude?
Yes.
The old man was 65 years old. He called him a hunky or something. And he told him, why don't you shine my shoes there, boy? Then the people on the bus just geeking him up to do so. Don't let that white man talk to you. White man got up, walked to the front of the bus, said, I don't want to hurt you. Black dude gonna follow him up there, stood over him. That white dude finished with him. It was puddles all over the floor, the seat. He said, "See what you made me do? I told you."
Excuse me, sir.
Right.
And listen, prime example. I took my daughter had karate practice today. All right. Full class, probably like 20, 25 students in there. Only about, it was one girl, my daughter, and a black boy. It's only 3 of them. It was only 3 of us in there. You feel me? There was only 3 of us in there. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. You feel me? Just because they ain't out there doing that crazy shit in the streets, don't think them motherfuckers ain't preparing. You feel me? to whoop some ass. You feel me? Because they was in there and they knew what they was doing. You feel me? And they knew what they was doing. And who was training her? A white girl. 2 of them.
Hey, y'all gotta cut y'all off because I'm at 7% on my phone.
All right, brother.
I really enjoyed y'all having me again.
All right,
we appreciate you.
Anytime. Don't make it so long again next time.
Right?
Okay, promise that, bro.
All right.
Take care.
But yeah, like you said, Smooth, they trained to go. They trained to go.
Bro, they was in there, they was kicking, punching, and I'm like, yeah, see,
they doing that MMA and everything else.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is why I got my baby in here. Because she don't one to these little wild like, nah, I need her to be able to defend herself.
Right, no doubt. All right, well, that's been a great show, everybody. I appreciate everybody for coming through, all of our special guests. Hopefully we'll get Juliet on next time. And but we appreciate her for that great topic, for our after show topic. Make sure y'all check us out every Monday at 10 p.m. here on Twitch, YouTube Live, and Facebook Live. This is the GFT Radio Show on the GFT Radio Network. We got merchandise. You see a couple of all of us, 3 of us I know at least have merchandise on, so you can get shirts like "What Up, Doe." Next time on GFT Radio, the GFT Radio logo shirts.
Now you can't wear GFT Radio merchandise.
We got tons of stuff out there, and make sure y'all go check that out at gftradio.creator-spring.com, or go over to our website at gftradioshow.com and just click the shop now link. It'll take you directly to the website. Get at us on our socials, GFT_radio on Twitter and Instagram, GFT Radio on Twitch, or GFT Radio Network on Facebook. And make sure you join the conversation group over at GFT Join the Conversation on Facebook. And we love you too, T. Appreciate you. Said, love y'all, made me cry, laugh, and think. Yeah, that's what we're here for. That is what we are here for. And then we also have other shows in our, tons and tons of content. That's what the network is for. Like I said, you have us here Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure y'all check out How to Hustle Podcast with Hype every Tuesday at 2 p.m. right here on the GFT Radio Show YouTube page. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or go over to any of your favorite streaming platforms. His show plays audio only over there, as well as you find all of our shows as well. There you go, Smooth. Every Thursday, you can catch me at 10 p.m. I'm here. Most Thursdays, I'm going to be doing the Styles Radio Takeover. That's where I listen to different albums and songs, and I let you hear all the hot tracks I've been listening to. And then I also do Gaming with Styles every other Thursday at 10 p.m., where I play, and as well various times throughout the week where I'll be playing video games. Sex with Sunny 2 times out the month. Make sure y'all check her out. Matter of fact, this Friday, there you go. So she's going to have a great topic for y'all. It's going to be a hot, crazy topic. She just did almost, 31. No, 7,800 views on her last video. Really? Definitely go check that out. Go be the 8,000th view for us, please. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Notification bell so you know when to catch us. And
I'm taking credit for some of that. I'm taking credit for half of that because I told her to do the Sex with Sunny radio.
For sure. And make sure y'all check out the fans' perspective on their new day and time, Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern. They just did an amazing show last night. Make sure y'all check that out. They talk about everything from football, and there's this thing called baseball that they talk about too. Y'all got to check that out. Never heard of
about
it.
baseball.
I hear it's awesome, as well as boxing, MMA, everything. So they definitely will give you your fill of sports. Because you don't want to come to the Styles Radio takeover and talk about sports. I will fuck that shit up. So just know. And appreciate you, Tia. And as always, make sure you get at us. Each of us have our own socials and our own places to catch us. So let's start with Sunny.
I'm itching my hair in the middle. Okay, so it's your girl. I am Sunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also catch me on my blog, unreservedlyme.com.
You already know it's your boy Smooth. You can catch me on Twitter. That's where I'm at most of the time. At E Trenton Groomy, or on my blog at kingstruth.com. I'm on Snap too. I mean, at the King's Truth. Holla at me. That's all I got.
It's your boy Dame here. I'm another level up on Instagram. That's where I live at. Sometimes I'm on Twitter, like 3 years ago. Agent D Low on Twitter, Shinlow21 on Twitch. I'm there like once a month. And Agent Shinlow on Xbox and PlayStation Network. I'm never away from keys.
It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere on at Willie Styles on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Willie.Styles over on I'm Willie Styles on IG and Twitter. I'm Willie.Styles on Snapchat and TikTok. Fuck TikTok for messing up my at Willie
Where do you
Styles.
live at?
I'm so pissed about that. But anyway, I'm now Willie.Styles on TikTok. I'm not following anybody right now, and I have nothing posted, but I am there again trying to figure that out. Find me over at gamingwithstyles.com. And I do not know why I'm blurry, so please excuse me. But anyway, find me over at gamingwithstyles.com for all the gaming that I do, as well as stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to this week, or williestyles.info for all my links. And that is the GFT radio show. We will catch y'all in a few days.
Southern.
Yes, sir.
Oh.